Minute, folks.
What's happening?
It faces that way.
Yeah, there we go. And we've got to do this chat thing, haven't we?
Oh yes.
Yeah, so I've got to do.
Jeff
Live
wasn't out
chat.
of the way last time, and no one could read him.
Yeah, so right, I've set it to live chat. So.
Also, people can say things now.
ParaQuest is
Yeah.
live.
We are live.
You're live.
We are live. Well, it's not good having a dead stream, is it?
You're live.
Although technically,
Yeah, 50% of our guests could well be dead.
yeah, more than that.
Some of them might even know that.
Actually,
We don't know how many guests we have, so
This is true. While you see us three in the
we
physical
might be
plane,
only 1%
Yeah.
of,
Yeah.
of the.
yeah.
we could have a room surrounded in spirit.
She's
Exactly.
absolutely
Which
right.
we've seen before, haven't we? We've literally seen that before, and we've had interactions in here. So, hello everybody, welcome back to ParaQuest UK, and on the round table, and where we're going to be discussing the dangers of ghost hunting, our experiences, and the do's and the don'ts, and the do you mind if I didn't, all that sort of thing.
You know what whys and
The
wherefores?
do's and the don'ts, and do you mind if I didn't? So. Great to have Gloria back. She's feeling better.
Right.
Better, yeah, she is. Looking well.
I won't go that far.
I know, but
yeah,
you look a lot better than what you have by,
Thank you.
by your own descriptions.
Yes. Thank you.
Oh yes, audio. Have we got audio? Are we okay for audio? I just thought I'd check before we carry on, because the issue I had last night. There's definitely something with that phone, but then
I'll turn the mute off.
okay.
So say something. Oh, I know.
So,
I'm low.
Something.
There you go. Yeah.
So,
There you go. You're on.
Even that mic's working. Do you know, all this time I've had that plugged in, I've not had it done properly. I didn't realise I needed a microphone splitter, which it now has.
Ah, Neil's got Gloria's back.
Yeah, Gloria's back, Neil. Look at that.
I'm
Yeah.
going to climb up on the arm of the sofa shortly.
Brilliant. Yeah, it'll be well. So, the crew's back, and
The crew.
yeah,
The motley crew.
yeah. Some of you might have noticed last night I was trying to live stream from this wonderful contraption that's a Nokia XR20. For some reason, when I rebooted this, after I'd sort of put it in the drawer when I got the Sony, when I rebooted this, the mic worked again, which it didn't do. Half the reason I stopped using this because it wasn't working. I was doing recording, so I thought, well, I'll try and live stream from this. I have tried once before when we were here, and the audio was just garbage. So I thought, oh, maybe if I plug in an external microphone, that might cure it. And I just didn't get any audio at all.
Oh.
So, yeah.
It didn't cure it.
No, it didn't. No. So back to square one on that front. The plan being is I want to say to Rudy, was it last week, about getting out and doing a live stream ourselves.
Yeah, we've definitely got to do
Yeah,
this
and kick the channel back off again. But you'll have to wait until the Sony's back.
before it gets too cold.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll have to wait until my Sony One comes back, and then we'll get out and do some stuff.
Yeah, let's do it.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah, and as I say, we've got a load of stuff written down. Yeah, I don't think you'd have even seen the book that Charlie.
Charlie.
Oh, sorry, didn't mention your name. Sorry, mate.
No one knows who he is.
No, could be anyone. Could be yeah.
You made that
You
name
could
up.
be talking about
Yeah.
the king.
Yeah, King Charlie. He'll be happy with that, I suspect. When we did the Balmoral, we did the Balmoral
Yeah.
psychic fair and
Yeah,
all
oh,
that
yeah, I
kind
didn't
of,
know,
yeah, no,
yeah.
I've a table there. So one of our subscribers come in, and we had a lovely chat with a fella, and he gave me this book. It's called The Grim Almanac of Essex, and it's so interesting.
Wow.
It's like it goes January to December,
That was really good. Yeah.
and it picks out and it tells you about grim events that happened over the last few hundred years on a particular day. So I've been going through and I've been tagging it all, like
Okay.
things to check out.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of stuff in there, and it'll be like I'm emphasising kind of like a mini series because there's like murders and disappearances that have, let's say going back to the late 19th century. And we can go and check the area out, do the little backstory,
Yeah, that'd be good.
and see if anything's there.
Of course.
And of course, the good thing about that is anyone that was because you're not allowed to say that word apparently.
Was what?
Anyone that did kick the bucket in unforeseen circumstances.
Oh, what you mean?
Unalived.
Yeah, unalived, that would do, yeah. So anyone that's unalived in suspicious circumstances, 100 odd years ago, there's no one really going to be living there that's going to be, that's going to be too
Right,
concerned
You
about
can't
it.
discuss
Yeah.
it if it was 100 years ago.
I could, if I could remember any examples in the book, I could discuss it. But what I'm saying is, obviously, some of the stuff that we have done in more recent times, and certainly one of the ones I looked into before these guys joined was one of the murders that happened in Epping Forest, and that was going back to 1989, 1990. It wasn't Patricia Parsons; it was the other one.
There'll still be family right there.
Yeah, and that's exactly what happened. I had the niece.
It wasn't her, Patricia Parsons.
No, this was another one. Patricia's fine, but this was another one. And the niece of the woman that was unalived got in contact and saying, like, that the brother still, is really sensitive about it, and that was 30 odd years ago.
Mhm.
So
Hopefully.
with these.
Well, at least there's a bit of histrionics.
Oh yeah. I mean, the history and the setting of the scene, and the areas that we go to, what they look like now. We don't know what they would look like, all that time ago.
No, that is very true.
But
because,
it should make for good little series. I'm thinking,
hopefully.
and he kindly agreed to help out with the editing, so that should be really interesting.
He's in his phone.
Oh no, yeah.
I'm not on my phone. I'm connecting to that, but that's
Trying to
running.
get
That's
connected to
running
the
anyway.
camera.
That's running anyway.
So anyway, that's kind of what's going to go on the channel. So I'm literally waiting for me new phone to come back from the repairers. Once that's there, we're good to go pretty much.
Yeah.
Weather dependent.
Huzzah.
There we go.
Huzzah!
So Gloria, how have you been?
You probably don't want to know.
You're right. We don't.
No,
Of
but
course we don't. Of course we
I'm hopefully on the upwards
I hope so.
slope now.
Yeah.
And then I'll be down again. But at least it's a good
But it'll
day.
be a temporary down, and then
It
you'll
will be a
come.
temporary dip.
Yeah.
And I'll be back singing and
Yeah.
dancing and bouncy.
And we'll so looking
So
forward to
make
that.
the most of it while I'm like this.
and annoying Jeff
Yes.
Mm.
Yeah, through the.
Oh, that's a good one.
through the medium,
Hello,
through
Jeff.
the medium of live stream. Hello, Jeff, if you're watching yet, you lovely fellow.
Paranormal Essex, Rudy, love the backwards hat.
I wonder where I got that idea from.
You can see the face. You see your face now. So before you're like all in shadow and you can't see your
I
face.
thought, well, that was a better shot, really. To be honest.
I don't know. People who hide their faces got something to hide.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's all nice and open.
And dodgy.
Cheers, Adam. Would have been,
Adam?
would have been great if you could join us tonight. Let's say, being as you've had a few experiences.
Yeah. Yeah, you have.
But probably we've got the Ask a Medium thing in a few weeks, so we can, if you want to come down, maybe try and get Paige as well. That'd be great. Get a lot of us. That'd be that'd be a very lively one. But if you could do us a favour and share this live stream, it'd be great.
He said the hat looks better on you that way round.
It actually does suit you, really.
I was going to wear the mask or take it off, but
Yeah, I like that. So, Rudy, what's been going down in Rudy Land?
going down the Titanic.
It's like the Titanic.
Things have been pretty awesome. Awful, sorry, not awesome. Awful. Wish they were awesome. I've had a lot of crap, but hey, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, as they say. And I've been on, as you know, I've been working with the paranormal
Essex.
and that, and which is a fantastic ghost hunting organisation. There's some patch into their live stream. They've got some good stuff, especially Adam
Yeah.
and Ryan
Yeah.
and loads of others. Really
Yeah,
good.
they're quite excited.
Quite excited people, and which does liven it up a heck of a lot. And really good, really good. I'm really impressed with them. Working with them is an honour.
Yeah,
And
he said he didn't get home till late, so that's
No, we never do. None of us.
no. But,
As long as you had your noodles or your kebab, that's all that matters.
Oh, hi, Jeff. We can see you.
hello, Jeff.
Hello, Jeff.
Jeff.
Alright,
Give him
go
a
off.
shout out.
There we go. I was going to say it, but I thought
You're right, love.
Yeah. Oh, Neil's put. I've got to do your intro first, anyway. So before we start asking.
Okay, yeah. So, yeah, that's myself. Yeah, I've had some good news after a couple of tumultuous weeks. I've got we're going forward with the boat after the vlog I put out last night. I've had someone else come out and view it today, and it's on the whole positive. So there's that. What was the other thing I mentioned? Obviously the job front for me Friday night, because my pub's changing hands. That's all got to go ahead. And the good news is as far as things going, I'm staying put for me Friday night, which is nice. Yeah, there was something else I mentioned. I was talking to her in the car.
What about the repair on the boat?
Yeah, just mention that. Yeah.
About the car. Oh, sorry, the motorbike. Which is.
Oh yes, yeah. So there's a couple of things I mentioned last night on my vlog. The bike thing, I've had a positive result on that. I'll try and keep it condensed. But there was a certain part I needed for the last set of carbs, which I'm going to rebuild. They're getting properly ultrasonically cleaned and rebuilt. But there was like a little T-piece for the fuel. And for Yamaha, if you go to Yamaha spares, that bit you cannot get for love nor money. So I'm a winner thanks to my genius, in the words of Jeremy Clarkson. I thought, right, let's find out what other bikes use these carbs. And it turned out to be a Ducati Monster 600 from the same period. And although I only used 2 carbs, that same T-piece is still in there. And I found 3 of them.
Woohoo.
So I bought all 3.
Yeah, just to be on the same
just to be covered. And if anyone with Yamaha has the same issue with me, maybe I can sell one. But so I'm looking forward to getting and the exhaust turned up last week. That was good. What wasn't so good is customs charged me £54 if I could go and get it. Yeah. Which if I'd have known about it, I probably would have just bought a downpipe only from the UK, but hey ho. So those bits all turned up. I'm just waiting for my back to cure itself, because I put it out moving marine batteries last week. So once that's feeling good, I can get out and get the bike done. And you'll see that on my other channel, Adam's Autos.
Just gone wrong channel, no bikes allowed.
I know, but that all that stuff will be in detail with Adam's Auto. Suffice to say, we should have that bike up and running well enough to get down for an MOT. And I'm going to be. Oh, got an episode 1000.
Well, I'm glad it's you're all calm and you're happy now that you got it all sorted out.
Yeah. I mean, there's one or two other things going on in my life that could do with improvement, but that's private. Anyway, so there we are. That's us updated. Now, as we said, tonight we're going to talk about the dangers of ghost hunting, the pitfalls and...
Changes. I'm sorry, I just...
I know where you're coming from.
I know,
but
it's just like, oh my god, I can't do it.
Yeah, or the pitfalls, I should say, rather
pitfalls.
than danger. The pitfalls of ghost hunting and the dangers can come from that.
All the wrong ones.
Yeah.
The do's and don'ts.
Shall I pose Neil's question?
Yeah, go for it, yeah.
Okay, he says, has Gloria, Rudy or Adam had dangerous experiences, any scarring ones? I think that's scarring, not scary, but yeah, scarring.
Scarring?
Yeah.
Not,
Scary.
I haven't had anything
Traumatic,
physical.
I suppose, yeah.
I haven't come across anything that physical, really. No, not, because I've always had, you're protected, I have a lot of faith in the protection, and normally they don't sort of interact.
Like any times maybe when you were learning this stuff, maybe that you weren't sure that you'd done it right, there was a few heebie-jeebie times?
Yes, there
like
was a lot of them, because don't forget I was introduced to spirit from a very young age, and my dad's side of the family were in that kind of how can I say, in that
Is
in
that
that
environment?
in that environment, because he's from Mauritius. My dad's from Mauritius, and my nan, she was what you'd call a white witch, basically, you know, and because they do a lot of the witchcraft over there, in for illnesses, and have a lot of, well, it's not witchcraft, it's like being a kind of old craft, witch doctor, making medicines, and they pray to a lot of these deities. I call them deities, and I was introduced to some of these, and to be honest, I didn't like it when I was young. I grew up with this, and something had to be done because it got out of control, and something was done because it was harming people around me, not me, but because for some reason I was protected. But whether my nan, she gave me something, and I was protected, and then that had to be dealt with seriously, and otherwise, and I prayed to God to help me out, because I was very young. I was only about 10, 11 at that stage when things started to really come out, and the whole life just went real downhill, and I still suffer with it, a bit of the pains now. So that's what got me into this kind of clairvoyance and ghost hunting bit, because I always had, from then on, obviously, I learnt a lot from that, from that side of it. How would you know what something's like? How would you know if a fire would burn you or not, unless you touch it? So if you're in the deep end, you know what to expect, later on in life when you're dealing with it. So that's all I can say, really.
So you basically learned from that early age.
I learned from a very early age, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And learning how you deal with that, when you're in that situation.
I didn't have a choice.
Yeah.
I had no choice. I was young, naive, and I saw these strange things going on, and I'm thinking, what the hell's going on here? As you do. My mum was affected in a real bad way. That had to be sorted. Things went wrong around me, and I had to be sorted, and it was all taken away, thank God, the grace of God. And I thought, no, I'm not having this. I'm not letting anyone else go through what I did, So I learnt some tricks and the trade, and to sort of root it out, basically. That's it.
So have you had anything? Have you come across anything unpleasant since? But now you know how to deal with it.
I'm not frightened of anything like that now, because I've seen it. I've been there. I've been down that dark pit. I've seen the face to face, the darkness there, and what it is, And I think, oh, so I know what you are. I know what to expect. Next time, I know how to deal with it, and you can be aware of that. If you see anything, you understand it. You think, oh yeah, I understand, and you don't go any further, or if you can deal with it, you'll have to deal with it. It's just part of life. It's, as we go through life, this is one of the things we deal with, is the negative side, as I call it. As you guys know what's going on now in the world, it's all bad news, isn't it? It's all death and destruction. It's all around us. So we have to live with it. At the same time, we have to get on with our real lives, our proper lives, like every day. So it's really hard, it's not, if you're doing any of this work, this is what this is about tonight, all the pitfalls. If you're doing any of this work, or thinking of it, or messing about with it, I would advise you not to do it if you're mentally challenged, or if you're easily, scared or worried. Do not go there. Okay?
So Gloria,
No.
anything?
No.
I mean, not scary, but would you say you've had anything unpleasant?
I was doing a service once. I told you the story. I'm sure
Yes,
I don't want to say
yeah,
again.
I think I know. But
Paedophile guy turned up. horrible energy. But it wasn't what I knew he'd done that was upsetting. It was the physical pain that he made me feel. And I thought I was having a heart attack, blah, blah, blah. And he said, no, that's just an impression of what I'm carrying now until I deal with this. And he was saying he has to go to many other places, and because there wasn't just one child. So he was having to find opportunities to get his message to people still on the earth plane to apologise, even though he knew they would never forgive him. And then he would have to do the work over there when they joined him. So he wasn't going anywhere, he wasn't progressing or anything until all of his victims had passed as well.
That's interesting. So if someone, would you from that assume that if someone commits a crime on this realm, that they, when they're in the next plane, they would have to come back and apologise to all their victims?
I don't know, he didn't say. Maybe, I mean I wouldn't know because I don't remember being over there before being here, and I don't remember dying last time, so. But I would say that I would imagine if someone like Hitler, I know we always talk about Hitler, but he was a bit of an arsehole, wasn't he? Oh, sorry, bottom hole. I would imagine him going around and telling 4 million or 6 million people he's sorry would be difficult, but then a lot of them had already passed before he did, so maybe they met him.
When he come through.
I don't know. Maybe it's a different remorse and a different punishment, like different retribution and compensation for every person.
I mean, just going slightly off piece when you mentioned Hitler quickly, can you imagine the amount of people, Chairman Mao, or Stalin or Lenin?
Yeah.
Because I mean, Hitler was
So these people would take a. So the idea is you can progress anywhere. See, and I don't want to mention the person who messes up the electrics, but suffice to say, I've done a lot of work with them.
Yeah.
And I was doing some work with them last week, and some of the things he said was about how this particular plane is very unique, in that we have the whole continuum of emotions from love and compassion right through to hate and fear and greed. And fear is apparently the strongest emotion, not love, which is what you'd think. Fear is the strongest emotion, love is the most powerful, but fear is the strongest and the most motivating.
Love is the hardest.
Yeah.
And so fear is what motivates always. If you just make brave, it's because you're afraid someone's going to be hurt or you're afraid of the consequences.
Well, look what they're pumping in the news the whole time.
Yeah,
not
this
love,
is
is
how
it?
they rule.
You know?
They rule by telling us what to be afraid of. But what they were saying is, this is the only physical plane where you can experience such a range of emotions, and you can have one life here and learn as much here as you could in 1,000 lives in a lot of other different places, in different realms and different dimensions. And it was actually really interesting. And the more I sit with this person and the more I learn, the more I just think what's coming, if we don't change our trajectory, if what's coming is horrific. It's unthinkable, incomprehensible. And we were so close to being able to shift in the right direction, and now it's all tipped the other way.
Can I just say, I totally agree with Gloria, what Gloria said about this, because I had the unique opportunity of apologising to someone that I caused terrible time with many past lives ago, because that's why regression is a good thing in some way. And I knew I had a look at some of my past regressions, and some of them were just horrific. You know, I couldn't believe that was me. I mean, it didn't look like me, but it was me. And I had this scenario where I apologised for something that I didn't know nothing about until I saw it, you know, for myself, what I did. So I apologised, and they did forgive me for that. You know, so the regression, if you ever get a regression, a past life regression, it's a good thing in a way, because some of these things you suffer with now might be due to that. You know, what happened in your past life. So it's worth having it done.
Yeah, I mean, I've had memory triggers from seeing certain things, but maybe that's something we can talk about on the Oscar Medium. Sure. But I mean, just quickly going back to what you said about having that unpleasant experience.
Yeah, but it wasn't. I think compared to
It's not
to
scary, but it was
Rudy's,
unpleasant.
yeah, Rudy.
Yeah.
I guess you could talk about entities and evil attachments, however you want to refer to it. I've never ever experienced that. Never experienced demons.
Yeah,
Never experienced anything that's sentient
okay.
that
Yeah.
wants to hurt me.
yeah,
And I've never ever asked for protection either, because
Mm.
my view is that your intent is everything. So
Mm.
you can ask for as much protection as you like,
Mm.
and if your intent is not pure, it doesn't make a scrap of difference.
yeah.
So my intent is always
So I mean that's as I say
Yeah.
that's what we walked in with at the house in Stanbridge.
Yeah,
We walked in with that intent, but it wasn't like I was going to sit down and take any crap. But we walked in with the intent to help.
and that's it.
Yeah.
Well, that
That
was the sole purpose
Mm.
of us being there,
Yeah.
is to help this poor family that had no clue what was happening. Well, they
Yeah.
did, but they couldn't, had no way of addressing it or.
But there's the
stopping
point.
it.
To them, it was scary because they didn't know.
It's the fear of the
Yeah,
unknown.
that's it.
Well,
they didn't know
Everyone fears
what
what
they was
they
dealing
can't
with,
see and what they can't.
and then how to deal
Yeah,
with it.
they
But
don't
so
know.
because Glory, with you having your gift, as long as you had, with that unpleasant experience,
Yeah.
you knew how to sort of have that taken away, sort of thing. Was you,
Yeah, I said to him, you need to take
That's
this away.
it, yeah.
Otherwise I'm going to get someone to ring an ambulance because I really think I'm having a heart attack.
yeah.
And he did.
I mean that's the point
Very
because,
kind.
because you work in that field, you know what you had to do to get
Yeah,
that taken
absolutely.
away. So to
But it wasn't scary, apart
Mm.
from me thinking, maybe it's not him.
yeah,
This is me.
yeah, yeah.
But that was it. It wasn't.
Yeah,
I
I
didn't feel
totally get it
unsafe.
wasn't
I've
scary.
never
It
felt
was,
unsafe.
it was an unpleasant experience.
That's good.
But I mean, let's say that happened. Someone who's not, who's got no experience of the spiritual field walked in, and that happened to them. It would scare the life out of them.
I would imagine
almost
so.
literally.
But in fairness, I don't know why this is. I've never asked for it, but I always get people who have taken their own lives, people who have taken other people's lives, or
Mm.
people who have done bad things.
Yeah.
I haven't done any of those things. I don't know why they're hanging around me, but
Not
I
in this
know you're
life,
out
you
there
haven't.
because of your energy and you're capable
Yeah,
of
because
you're capable of understanding.
yeah, I mean, that's it. You
do you know what?
project
I
a
would
good
not
energy.
have been. I don't think I would have been as okay with him knowing what he'd done if he hadn't impressed me with how he was feeling.
Right. Yeah.
So when he first said it, I was like, oh, like when he first turned up, I thought he's done something horrible, he's done something bad, I could feel it. But he can't hurt me because he's not here.
Mm.
So, and I went with it, and weirdly enough, the woman at the back that the message was for wasn't even going to turn up that night, and I wasn't meant to be doing the mediumship that
Yeah.
night, which is even more poignant. And and he was like, first of all, I'm really sorry, I'm so sorry. And I could feel his remorse.
Yeah.
I was almost crying in his message to her, and then the pain turned up. And I think he must have done that to make me see that actually he is really, it was like Jacob Marley and his chains, you know, what you create on earth
Yeah.
is what you
Take
take
with
with you in spirit.
Yeah.
And
And
it was almost
that,
like he
that
had
was the
all
experience
of
we
them.
had, wasn't it?
That's the experience we had, yeah.
Yeah.
And that is true.
That's interesting because
Not
Neil
literally,
put in heaven. I'm guessing where there's blame, there is a claim. No.
In heaven where there's,
Neil put in heaven. I'm guessing where there's blame, there is a claim. No.
I don't know what that means. You mean compensation?
I suppose or karma.
Yeah. Yeah.
There is, I believe,
Karma,
as
yes.
an SNU spiritualist, in retribution and compensation for all good and evil deeds done here on earth. And I believe that's not about being judged by God or anyone else, you judge yourself. Because, and this is what this guy said, like when he was down here and he was doing this, he knew it was wrong. But he couldn't help it because the compulsion to do it, he had to, he couldn't not do it. And I know we can all go, well, I wouldn't, but really, unless you've been there, you don't really know. And
Yeah.
I'm not condoning it in any way, shape or
No.
form. But he was saying now that he was there and he was looking over his life from a position of love and light and compassion and everything that's good, it was absolutely unbearable.
Mm.
Far worse than someone judging him and saying, you've done this and you're really bad. And this was him going, what was I doing? Why would I even do this?
We had the same.
Because it's not him. And he kept saying, it's not me.
Yeah.
Tell
Yeah,
her, please,
yeah.
it's not me.
Yeah.
I am
He'd
not that
he'd
person.
moved onto a different plane, and then he could see what
Yeah,
what
and
he'd
you
been
just
doing in
you
the,
relive,
yeah, yeah.
and you have to reparate. You have to make amends for what
We,
you've done.
we had that with this job Saturday. The guy was trapped because he was so angry and so negative, and because he was abused, he was trying to.
Is that what he said?
I
Yeah.
knew, that's what I saw.
Not so many.
That's what I
Yeah.
saw. I put myself in that thing where I saw his life, what happened to him when he was a boy, and it's carried on. And this is why he couldn't move on when he passed over, because he was still trapped in that, and he was all he could do was relive it with the family. He was trying to, I said to him, do you really want to, to do this all the time? You'll never ever get out of this if you don't go to the light, if you don't move on, put this behind you. This poor family, they didn't have nothing. They didn't have nothing to do with you. Why are you terrorising them?
We sort of literally held a mirror up to him.
We held this mirror up, and Adam was playing, obviously, doing the was it Sigmund Freud on him, and and then we
the
said,
spiritual Jeremy
said,
Quall.
the only way you're going to get out of this is if you realise what you're doing and you move on to your people are waiting for you up there. Your family are waiting for you. Those who love you are waiting for you. So in the end, he sort of realised it, and and we opened a kind of light.
Opened the door for him.
Opened the door for him, and he just went.
Have you heard back from them yet?
No, I still haven't phoned him. Everything else has gone on the last couple of weeks.
We
It's kind of been on the back burner. But
we
conversely, we haven't heard from them, so
it's got to be good.
we
If
can
you haven't heard
assume that
from
there's been
them,
no
so
problem.
we assumed that it was all sorted. It's all done.
But
It's all dusted.
yeah, as I was saying, going back to what Gloria said,
Yeah.
if you hadn't had those gifts there to
Yeah.
recognise what was going on, for that to happen
Yeah.
to someone with no idea of the spiritual world, it scared the bejesus out of
Of
them.
course it would.
I wouldn't imagine that someone coming to speak to a relative of theirs or someone they want to get through to would go to someone without that experience. It makes no sense.
Yeah.
So, but yeah.
I'm just saying, I'm
imagine
just
it would,
surmising.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Unless they're turning
Maybe
up
they knew
and
you.
apologising to a victim. and
Yeah. So they're
then
trying to
the victim
apologise.
might not realise what's going
Yeah.
on. And
If so, the message was for the woman, but it wasn't her message. It was her friend's. And she said if her friend had been there, it would have been no. And I'd had to say to him, I'm sorry, I can't work with you because she doesn't want to talk to you. So he must have known this woman was going to be there and knew it was his way in. And he must have been looking for such a long time because he died like quite a few years previously. So I wonder how. I know there's no time over there, but
So he used the prime opportunity for him to come through.
Yeah.
but he'd been around me for a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Weirdly enough.
I mean, that kind of light you project is why they come to you.
Yeah.
It's like the problem, I mean, I've had on SO's Rudy. I mean that girl at Guildford, she came straight to me. She felt
I
protected.
never get little old ladies with grey hair and old men in cardigans. I never get normal people.
No, you get all the weird ones.
I do. And it's always weird. You stand up and you start your message. You think this is so specific. It's just, it can't be for anyone here because it's too specific. Chance of someone in this room, out of these 20 odd people, knowing this person, and then someone puts their hand up and it's like, oh my God. And I'm constantly surprised and excited by it.
You know you can do it.
But it's not about that. It's just about, oh my God, they've done it again. Like, they never
They
let
put
you
you
down.
in that position.
No, just like they're so fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Of course
Yeah.
it is.
I mean, for myself, I can cite an example when I was scared. When I was a child, and I don't even think that was spirit. It was something else. And I can give a couple of times where I've had unpleasantness or anxiousness. So the time when I was physically scared, I was 6-7 years old. I've probably cited this story before, but this lizard or this freaking reptile being in my room, it scared the bejesus out of me.
Was it big?
Yes.
Was it an iguana?
No.
They're so cool. I love iguanas.
Yeah, they're great. I mean, I like lizards and reptiles and snakes and things. They're fine, but it was just, I was just a little kid and I just saw this lizard and reptile thing in my freaking room, and I was scared of my wits. It was just there. wasn't doing anything.
Was it like human-like, or was it like
was
lizard-like?
It was like it was standing upright.
So did it bipedal?
Well,
Obviously,
yeah, it was almost like a T-Rex kind of thing.
muscly arms.
Yeah, but see, for all you know, that could be your power animal, your spirit guides. And
Yeah,
you
but my
two
power
don't
animals than I am.
understand. Yeah, but we
I've
have
seen them.
loads. We have spirit guides, that are animals. We have power animals. We have familiars.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might actually have. How cool would it be? T-Rex for your
Yeah, but why would
familiar.
it do that to me? Why would
It's
it
like,
scare the
come
life
on,
out?
Tammy.
Why would it scare the
Come
telling
on.
T-Rex?
It'd be a
Yeah,
bit
but
peeved
was
that
it
you can't
actually
scream.
doing anything threatening, or was it just going, oh, it's
No,
a
it was just
sleeping
standing.
excuse?
It wasn't.
Yeah, but for a
it wasn't doing
5-year-old, that's
anything.
terrifying.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
But it doesn't, and our first experiences of spirit are always like the ones that stick in our heads.
Mm.
So
What could it be?
that will.
What could be one of my granddads, or you know?
I don't know,
Well,
maybe he was an
That's obvious.
inexperienced familiar and he was just desperate to meet you and didn't realise you could even see it.
Right.
A person has said, hello, I've got 20 tortoises.
I love
That's a lot of
tortoises.
Oh, I love
We
tortoises
love
as well.
tortoises.
So I'm
What
actually.
breed are they? What brand? What make?
Brand?
Model?
You've
Yeah.
got
bit-
stamped, are they?
Yeah, you have to look on the underside. It says made in Taiwan or something.
Made in China.
Yeah. This one's a communist.
Oh, God.
So yeah, that was the time I was physically scared. I've had an unpleasant experience. Again, I might have already sorted this one over at the park in Hornchurch. It was an IF, or it was been there since the First World War, but it was a field, an airfield. I think it's actually called Hornchurch Park. We was in a pillbox. I came out. I started coughing like nobody's business. I think it was something that was trying to attach itself. I coughed up some shit. Sorry. But that was unpleasant. And when I got back to my car, I was going for the Lord's Prayer, like Angel Michael, all sorts, and I wouldn't stop until I was satisfied. I'm thinking, right, that's it. I'm done now. I'm going home. That was the only unpleasant experience I've had. Anxiousness, that's different. I've experienced that. I think the first visit down around Whitehouse Lane, Workhouse Lane, when I first did the Essex Boys, and Pat came through, and I was getting some unpleasant remarks at the time. But since we went down the last time, my view of him completely changed. I really liked him.
I was
So,
surprised actually after speaking to my friends about it. They were like, "Oh, they were all horrible men." I said, "We didn't feel horrible. We felt like really protective, and I felt really safe, and I wasn't scared at all." But they were saying, "Well, how many years ago did it happen? That must be the progress they've made, and maybe it's evidence that when you go over, you do progress." I mean, time for them. I know I said it already, but time is different, isn't it? So it might not be 20.
I mean, for Pat, the passing, when he did accept it, might have been an easy experience because he never. Yes, he did hurt people in this plane, but no one. He didn't kill anyone. You know, he didn't unalive anybody, shall we say?
Yeah.
Whereas,
Well, as far as we know.
there's nothing ever come up to him and suggest he's been involved. Whereas Tucker and particularly Ralph were involved with Kevin Whitaker. And,
Were they the other two in the car?
yeah, but man, you know, when we went and dealt with Whitaker over where he was found, and Rolf and Tucker, but it was mainly Rolf that was responsible for that. But yeah, it was certainly an anxious time when I was first there. I can't remember the other time. I had a bit of anxiousness when we went into. It was the one and only time Adam and Paige we worked with each other. This is the Soul Light After Dark experience thing. We went out to the gym, and Paige said she could see an imp in one of the rooms.
I've seen the car with him, yeah.
Yeah,
I've seen
but
it.
she said it wasn't, and it was like, "Oh, this ain't. Yeah, this isn't a human spirit. This is something else."
You get a
mentals
lot
are
of them.
Yeah, I was a bit anxious because it was like this is
Yeah.
different. But other than that, but as I say, it's, this has been a learning curve for me, and those initial, and I think the first time my name come out of one of the communications apps, like, crap, someone just called my name. That experience Ryan gets every time. Yeah, but where I'm like, yeah, the first time it's happened, like, oh, okay, and then after that, it's once you're used to it, it's not a problem. But Ryan just craps himself every time,
Yeah,
which is funny.
it's so funny going.
Yeah, but those initial first experiences did cause moments of anxiousness. But see, whenever I've gone out, I've made sure that there's a protection around me. I've made sure to protect myself, before and after. So I'm going out with that. I've got protection. I will be fine. And the longer we've gone on, I think that the stronger that's become. Because I've spoken to some negative entities with negative intent. And I'm just like, you're out, mate. You're over there. They don't even faze me now. It's just.
Well, that's the thing I get now. If I see something and I don't like it, I just go.
But I mean, so we've had to learn with experience to deal with that, and in fairness, I'd say we all do this soberly, don't we? Well, it's not something we've had a few drinks.
I mean, like I said before, right? If you abuse this, I mean, everyone works differently. Gloria works differently. I work differently. Adam works differently. Everyone's got their own ways of using their gifts or whatever they do, the ways of working, their different ideas, But if you go in with this as a laugh and as a bit of excitement, you're totally going. You're gonna.
That's where so many
you're gonna come a cropper.
Yeah.
Because a lot of these people, they go in. I think, oh, wouldn't it be fun to do the Ouija board? No. No. No, and this is
Neil put surely the Ouija board is the most unpredictable.
And it's how do you know
It's just
what's
another
coming
way
through?
of
How do you
contacting
know?
spirit. It's no different really to table tipping.
Yeah, but the thing is, you're creating a bridge, right?
Which you do when you do table tipping, which you do when you do any kind of work with spirit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ever.
But we I mean the table tipping and stuff we do do it, as I say, soberly and with maturity.
Yeah, but you can do a Ouija board soberly and mature.
Yeah.
And Ouija boards have got a bad name because of films and programs and things that people have, like you were saying a minute ago about ruling us by fear. Anything that links us to spirit, they don't want us to think about because that brings us closer to what we really are. It brings us closer to being united, brings us closer to being connected, it brings us closer to being stronger. And they don't want that.
Yeah.
And the thing about the Ouija board is we used to do it every Friday night in my nan's living room, my nan's front room. And I never understood what it was. I was 14?
Yeah.
And she used to, we had these, I think they were Uno cards with letters on them. And she just sellotaped them around this old coffee table.
No, they're Xena cards.
And we'd get we'd turn a glass upside down, and Auntie Ina, she wasn't really my auntie, but everyone was an auntie in the neighbourhood then. Yeah. Auntie Ina and Uncle Ivor and his wife Lily, and someone Connie from down the road, and Edie. We'd all just sit round, have a cup of coffee, have a chat, and then that'd be it. We'd be on there. Never had anything down.
But then even in that experience, you're all doing it soberly.
And this is my point.
Yeah.
So.
Not only
the Ouija board is I'll tell you what's happened to Ouija board. Kids use it, because they're easily accessible. You can buy them on Amazon, and they're considered to be games.
It came out as a kid's toy.
And of course that.
I thought it was like only selected shops.
No, if you look on Amazon, you can buy a Ouija board and it shows you children playing with it.
Oh.
And and the thing is, we've got one in our church that was made by our keyboardist, and he never used it. He made it's beautiful, sort of like gold inlay and everything, but he would never use it. And I've had a few people who have said, no, we'll do it. And I know the people who have offered would be so reverent and I wouldn't be worried.
Yeah.
And I've experienced a Ouija board every Friday night. 14 and 15, nothing bad ever happened.
Well, lucky you,
but it's other people who have put that in my head, and now it's in my head. I know that will germinate, and that's why I won't do it, because I know I will think about it and I will make it into something it's not.
I mean, I've got one, as you know. I've got that glow in the dark thing that I bought.
Yeah.
I don't use it. I don't feel the need to.
No.
And it's also a bit of a promise to my mum not to use Ouija boards, because mate, I don't know. My mum never said anything, but maybe something she had. She maybe may have done something when she was younger.
But no one's ever
But-
been able to tell me why we shouldn't use a Ouija board, but we can do table tipping.
It's
Or the same with the
it's
classroom
like I
table.
just said.
Exactly.
If you're using stuff with a laugh in mind and mucking about, you know, taking, like you get a lot of youngsters do this, don't you, for a buzz, and they have alcohol or drugs, whatever. They're
This is
using
it.
this kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's like having a loaded gun. So I wouldn't, you
Well,
know.
I
But that
think
would be
I mean,
the
I
same
used
using
to, I used to do it
anything,
in my
right?
lunch
Yeah.
break
Not
at
to
school. I used
Yeah.
to do it in my lunch
Yeah.
break.
But, I mean, you do it in your lunch break at school.
And I was sober
what I was
and-
going to say, I know like films in more recent times have put them in a scary bad light,
Yeah.
and maybe in a way that's to take us away from something that we could use
It could be,
to contact spirit, but as I say, it needs to be done
Yeah.
in a sober and enlightened way.
Yeah.
So
Just
even
quickly,
that's
Jeff
inverting.
said good night. He's off to bed. He's absolutely shattered.
Night,
Good
Jeff.
night, Jeff.
Night, shattered, Jeff.
Yeah, enjoy your ice cream.
Yeah. Enjoy
Have
Ben
a
and
good
Jerry's.
sleep, mate.
But I dare say the experience you had and others was before you watched any films. Was it really other than?
Well, no, it actually started off because we'd heard there was a bunch of sixth formers, I think it was sixth formers, that had gone on a field trip and were staying in this dormitory and had done it, and they were woken up in the middle of the night with, apparently, this is from the rumour mill, I don't know how true it was, I wasn't there, but this is what we heard at school.
Yeah.
These girls, they were woken up with doors slamming, windows shutting, up and down, all this kind of stuff. They're screaming, teachers come, it all stopped. Teachers going, there's nothing here. Teacher goes back to bed.
Starts again.
Happens again, sort of thing. So we'd heard that.
It sounds like one of those stories where they say it.
So I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, here's-
now as an adult, you can take it with a bit of a pinch of
Yeah.
salt. But back then, we were.
so
Yeah.
here's the thing.
13,
I mean,
14,
what I
whatever,
was
so-
going to say, yeah. I mean, as I say, you're quite right with the films putting a spirit board in a bad light, if you'll excuse the expression,
And tarot
But-
cards.
and so I was to an extent, yeah.
It's
but
channeling, isn't it?
yeah,
tea
I mean,
leaves, tea leaves.
spirit boards go back what 100 years. Like you could,
Probably more than that.
yeah, I mean, but you could physically buy one. It was Mattel, I think, started these, and I'm going back to when it was launched as a child's toy, which
But tarot cards, they're toys.
Yeah.
They are considered games.
I mean, the first Ouija board that I ever saw was, up Pier Hill, there was a kooky shop.
Ah, yeah.
And it was in there. That was the first one I ever proper one because when we did it on paper and used glass.
Yeah.
Sort of thing. But
Yeah.
that was the
Yeah.
first official one I ever saw in a shop. But I didn't know it was marketed for kids or anything like that.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
are children's games.
I mean, what I was trying to say was like these boards were about way before films and TV,
Yeah.
or you know, always a common experience. So people are doing these not knowing what they're doing at the time, and things have gone wrong, and then by reputation, you know, you're a 17-year-old, 18. You know, you're in the park with your mates, and like, yeah, Ouija boards are really scary. Let's do it, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Not realising what you're going to unleash. So
We had
that's
a guy come to our church, and he wasn't long ago, a few months, and we were doing table tipping. He was like, I'm not going to come to that. I said, okay, that's fine, you don't have to. He said, and he said, I've had a bad experience. I said, what, table tipping? He said, no, he said, we did Ouija board. I said, okay, what happened? And apparently, there were 4 of them, or 5 of them, and they were all sitting around, and they were pushing, the planchette was moving, and it said, every one of you is going to die. Or every
No
single
shit,
person in the
Sherlock.
world is going to die. Anyway, that was that. One guy was like, oh my God, and took his hand off the thing. It was all Amtrams and like, oh
Yeah,
my God,
yeah,
it's terrifying, terrifying. They all went home. This guy had not, in 40 years, slept a proper night through. He'd done it, so he'd had done this Ouija board in the bedroom he still slept in, because he was still living in the house where he lived when he was a child, because his mum and dad had passed and they'd left it to him. And he said, I know there's something in my bedroom. He said, I know it's waiting for me. I said, okay. I said, so what happened? He said, well, they said that we were all going to die. No, it was going to kill us one by one. I said, and how many of your friends have died? He went, well, none. I said, and you're here telling me this story, right? He said, yeah. I said, how long ago did this happen? He said, about 43 years ago. I said, well, either spirit have forgotten, not very good with the timing, or it wasn't real. He said, what do you mean? He said, must be real. I said, you know what? I said, I reckon 4 of you have had bad dreams, hardly slept for 40 years and worried about this, and the one who pushed that planchette round as a laugh has been the one laughing at you all. And you could just see the penny drop. He was like, I said, you're not dead. If they were going to kill you, you wouldn't be here. Unless I'm actually talking to a ghost right now.
Yeah.
And he was like, and he was just like, it's a really simple conversation to have with him. And he came back and said a week or so later, and he just said, thank you so much, because it's whatever was in my room is gone. And I was going to say to him, it wasn't in your room, it was in your head. I thought, no, I'm not going to say thanks. Well,
That was planted there. Yeah.
And this is, it was put in his head. There's the seed. It germinated for 40 years until it becomes some horrible shadow in the corner of his room, and it wasn't there. And we know it wasn't there because I didn't go anywhere near his house. All I said to him is, this is probably what happened, and that made complete sense.
Yeah, that reminds me.
And he told his friends.
That reminds me of the thought.
Who was the one that was pushing the
thought
glass in?
scenario.
Eh?
Who was the one that has slept well for the last 40 years?
Oh, I
and
don't know.
therefore pushed the
I'll
glass?
be interested to know that. But yeah. So it's just we need to get away from belief that there's some things over there that want to hurt us. There's nothing in spirit that wants to hurt us or has the capacity to hurt us. Everything that wants to hurt us is right here with us on this horrible low vibrational plane that we're living on.
Yeah, it's not the dead, it's the living.
Yeah. Always coming from a plane that's not the one that we go to. That's
We
the only-
live on
Planes,
the worst plane there is, and this came from this person I'm not mentioning because I don't want the electricity to go off. They said that it's unique because you can experience everything, whereas other places you go to, there are like, you can have negative, we can have positive, we have in between, but there's not such a range. And I don't understand it because my brain doesn't have the capacity, it's too small. But they were saying that people who come here, there's no new souls on this world anymore. There haven't been for hundreds of years because it's so brutal and it's so wicked. The new soul is so tender and so fragile that it wouldn't last 2 minutes. And they were saying, you're doing this journey, maybe not the first time. You need to give yourself a pat on the back. The people who come here are the brave, the strong, the ones that are like, yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm going to go through this turmoil of emotions, all this up and down, up and down. None of us have such a gifted life that we're happy all the time.
Over there.
None of us have such a life where we're miserable all the time. It is a roller coaster. And I'll pop him out. Poor
Yeah.
They don't, they're harmless.
Yeah, they're
I
harmless.
did this last week, maybe last time.
Oh,
And,
did you?
yeah, so it's just, we are the brave souls that are taking this journey, and it's not an easy one.
Well, we do get the choice to come here anyway.
We do get the choice. We get the choice to never reincarnate anywhere if we don't want to.
Yeah.
And it doesn't have to be physical, it can be any dimension, and there are many.
Well, I didn't really figure that out until a few years ago. I say it was a chance conversation with Chris, one of my regulars at partner. He's very much down the spiritual path, and he said, what you do, you change people's energies, you bring them up. And I said, you know, all this time I've never stuck at anything in my life, but I've done the DJing for nearly 20 years now.
That's kind of sickening to things.
Yeah, but up until that point,
And bikes?
Bikes, yeah.
Boats.
I love
Cars?
I love the travel.
You're not sounding like somebody who don't stick to stuff.
No, I mean from an employment perspective, I've really bounced around. You know, I've gone from doing. I left school to do motor vehicle engineering, and at one point I ended up cutting sponges, being a loader for a dust cart. Do you know what I mean?
All right. So
I've jumped around, but
so what made you do this then?
this
DJing?
I did this. Funny enough, because I thought this sound contrite, given what we're talking about tonight, but I thought with the DJ work out the window, because I started this with COVID, same time Paranormal
You
Essex did.
can't get COVID from ghosts. You can't give
That
it
is
to
very true. I'd already had COVID by that time anyway, so or whatever they want to call it. But anyway, because my DJ work went out the window, first few weeks was a novel experience being at home on a weekend, and I'm like bored. And I'd already, before we knew COVID was even here, I'd already actually bought a K2 meter. I'd had the Necrophonic app on my phone. I'd had a little GoPro 3, a couple of cheap Chinese lights, and a very cheap shotgun mic. And I thought, you know, I was going to go. I've got this YouTube channel here that had about 30 subscribers at the time.
I'm going to do it.
Yes, go out and I'll give people a chuckle, you know, seeing me get a bit scared. And weirdly, that's the one thing that's never happened. But I know I'm saying it to give people a chuckle, me being scared. But even at that point, I always knew I had to go out of protection. You know, I'd make sure that when I started, I was protected. When I finished, I made sure that, you know, I'm drawing that line. Spirits stay there.
The thing is all it is visualisation.
Yeah, that's it.
Because I mean, like what Gloria was talking about earlier about the thought forms. You know, that guy created a thought form in his room.
Yeah.
Because he was terrified.
He created in his head.
Well, it's a thought form, isn't it? You
Yeah.
can create
And he
it,
projects
create
that,
it,
yeah.
and project it.
Yeah.
And that runs around like whatever.
So that kind of shows.
So he spent all that time waiting to be killed.
You can
Yeah.
manipulate your own reality then.
You
Doesn't
can,
it?
yeah. I mean,
Oh my God!
you can,
Absolutely,
Yeah, you can. I
100%.
think you can. Yeah.
you can. I mean, you
Your
can
mind.
do that.
You can't manipulate your walls. I mean, what you've got is what you've got, but you can manipulate
You-
organic things within it.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, you
Oh,
can
yeah,
project.
without a
You can put that thought frame. I want to be doing this.
Yeah.
You know.
And you
it-
can make other people. You can get other people to manipulate their reality. Just planting a seed, feeding that.
Affirmations. That's
Yeah.
one of-
But as I say, I'm just quickly going back to when I first started this. You know, knowing what we're talking about tonight, I thought it'd give people a laugh, me scaring myself, you know. But even when I went out at that early point in doing the ghost hunting, I knew that I had to have certain protocols. I didn't want people following me home, you know, or any negative things happening. So I knew even then that I had to walk out with that in my head, that I'm going to make sure I've got protection.
Now here's the thing, right? Are you that convinced of the protection that if next time you didn't do it, would you go home worried?
No.
Actually, that's the thing.
Test your belief and not do it next time.
There's been plenty of times I haven't physically done a thought and after prayer. I mainly do it when there's other. For me, I do it more often. I would say I would do it when there's other people with me, you know, just to put their minds at rest.
Right.
Because I can sit there at night, and indeed I've done it on several occasions, and I've put my own the white shield. I call it my shield dome.
Your personal body armor.
Yeah.
basically, yeah.
But my shield dome will cover everyone, and that is my personal thought form going out. Right, I'm putting this dome out. Nothing bad's going to enter it, and so for me, I do that. You know, it's just automatic. I'm there. Right, we'll put this field out. If I feel that there might be something there, then you know I've got the own protection. But then it's a case of might be something here. I've just got that feeling. We'll put this extra bit of shielding out, and you know, and that does it. But as I say, for the other people that join in, who are not as experienced or not as used to giving themselves protection, that's when I do the prayers.
Yeah. So what advice would you give to a newbie that wanted to go down this road?
Oh, I mean, definitely 100%. If you're going out on this first time, obviously
Or
stay.
looking into obviously people think about what they're going to do beforehand.
Yeah.
So what advice could you give them before they started looking for this stuff? You know.
So yeah, again, look. I mean, you can look back at my earlier videos on this channel and see what I do before I start. You know, I read out. I will read out a prayer protection, so that immediately puts a white light around everybody. And then when you're interacting with spirit, don't overstep the mark. Don't take the piss. you know, that sort of thing. Be sensible, be mature.
Be respectful.
Respectful.
Yeah, respectful. Yeah, you need to be respectful, otherwise you're going to get crap back. You
Because
know,
if you're not, you're going to get a sharp, short shock,
short, sharp shock.
and it'll
Yeah.
be down to you.
Because there is, you know, I'm not going to call out other channels or what have you, but there are. I mean, you've probably seen them. Other channels out there that will.
Well,
Try.
I can't speak for them, but I mean, how they work is how they work, and if they don't want to do after stuff or take precautions or whatever, they just want ratings or whatever you call it.
Yeah.
That's up to them.
But they'll try and provoke spirits in a negative way to get a reaction, because that's what sells. You know, scares.
Yeah,
Spook-
people like
spooky
being
selves.
spooked. But I think also be yourself, because you're a soul inside a human body, and it's the most natural thing in the world to communicate with.
Yeah.
With other souls, it's what we're connected to. And if you're scared, say you're scared. Say to them, step back. I don't like it. Tell them to go away. They'll go away. They're
Don't-
not intrusive.
Yeah,
They're not
don't be afraid to
invasive.
say, yeah.
Yeah.
That's exactly
They're
right.
very respectful.
Put that boundary.
And, yeah.
You
so,
need to remember, you put those boundaries there. You know, as I say, put the boundary there from the moment you start with protection. If you do feel at any point during an investigation that something's overstepping the mark, say, right, can you stop there, please? I don't want you interfering with me or my equipment or that sort of thing. You need to make sure that those boundaries are there. As we said, be respectful, because at the end of the day, we're all spirit. We're all spirit having at this point in
Human
time,
experience.
are having a human physical
Yeah.
experience.
Do you know who said that? David Icke.
He's not wrong.
No, he isn't. I mean, he can talk weird and wonderful things, but he ain't wrong about
No,
that.
it's not.
I mean,
And also, 95% of it is your imagination and 5% is real. At least the first few times.
but don't forget, we only use about 20% of our brains anyway.
At any one time.
Yeah.
And I've had mediums come and say to me, "Oh, I'm getting this and that, and I'm sitting on the toilet and I'm getting." I thought, well, it's up to you to say to them, "Look, I'm busy.
I'm
I'm busy.
I'm doing an Elvis, for God's sake.
And
Can't
busy.
you see?
Can you cut off for a minute? You know, can you cut
Yeah,
the
that's what
communication?
medium Adele that I saw a few years ago. And
Anyone
she
who
was
says
saying
they
that
come in and talk to them at inconvenient times,
Yeah.
they keep them awake or they're wandering in the shower. No, I'm sorry, that is not
yeah,
amazing.
she used to say, like, well, she said to us,
That's
she'd
all
worked
right.
out a system where she'd shut them off, and then she'd open a window when she was free
Absolutely, yeah.
and let
Yeah.
them in.
They can
and
shut
then,
up any time, but you
Yeah.
can say no, and then
Yeah.
they'll go.
That's what.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I know mediums who have been on platform and go, oh, to get a minute's sleep last night, so I know this has got to be for someone because they wouldn't leave me alone. No. Thinking, why don't you just have to start off? Go away. I'm asleep. Come back tomorrow.
Yeah.
It makes no sense. It turns out that particular one wasn't really for anyone in the congregation anyway, so I think she might have made it.
Yeah, but as you well know, you're in control, not
Exactly.
them.
It's
You're in
always
control.
us. We allow in and we don't allow in. And,
Exactly.
and then that's why we have a gatekeeper and our guides, because it's like they're like crowds out there just all clamouring at a sale. Black Friday sale or something, you know.
I mean, you've only got to walk down the high street, ain't you? And you're like, you know, if you're open all the time, you're going to go home like feeling quite knackered and drained.
it's depressing because they're all like walking with their heads in
Yeah.
their hands.
Well, you're,
Yeah.
you're picking everything up, aren't you? I mean, that's so it does.
I'm just hearing the that's all right. Frequencies. It does affect me. And if the,
Well,
the
even you
kids
should
are
put your light out.
playing a video or a music or something, you know, and it's screechy and it's like turn it off. It's just horrible. It's horrible noise. I hate it.
Maybe you should learn to put something, shimmered around you, like just.
Ready?
Well, yeah, I'll just
Well,
shut
yeah.
it off. Just like
Either
if I have to tell the kids,
meditation-
I'll tell them to shut it off. but
Meditation's good. Does that?
My meditation is gardening.
In,
Always has been.
in real terms,
Did you say your meditation is garlic?
Gardening.
gardening.
Oh,
Hands in the soil, that kind of stuff.
In real terms, you're really supposed to meditate in the middle of a bloody high street.
Yes, you are.
in
And
real
not being
terms,
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I can do it.
that.
Yeah.
Like
I
everything else.
Sit in the power, and this is what we're going to be doing.
I go off on one of my barbers.
On one
When,
of
when,
your...
I'm, when I'm in the barbers, I go off.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, but having your hair
Is that
done.
just falling asleep?
It's lovely.
It's not falling asleep. I'm just Yeah, well, I'm having the opt-out and all the rest of it. I'm
Yeah.
off.
Monging out.
I'm off.
No, not that.
But yeah, I mean another thing you can consider, with protection wise, there's certain crystals as well.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, I mean I don't wear a crystal per se because I wear that, which is a Mjolnir. I might have shown this before. I probably have done.
Only 110
Yeah,
times.
probably because
Is that the anchor one?
it's the
Hammer.
Oh,
hammer.
hammer.
Thor's
It's
hammer
Thor's
and
hammer.
anchor.
It looks like an
Thor's
anchor.
hammer.
It's
It
not-
does look like an anchor, but it's Thor's hammer. That's made out of iron.
Not the same one in the Marvel one.
No, it's a bit, Marvel's one's a bit more ornate, and it's
Yeah.
not true. But yeah, so I've got something that links to my ancestry, and it's made out of iron, which is good for keeping away any negative stuff. But for me, this also signals when anything's near. I mean, Rudy would test that when I was here once, and
Sorry.
well, I just felt like an energy pulse out of this, and I said to you, Rudy, something's with me, and he said there's some female that was being really evasive. I remember that. Because if you want to interact with me, why would you be evasive?
Well, this is the question,
Yeah.
isn't it?
All the spirits that interact with me want to interact with me. They're
don't-
up
don't-
front and centre.
They don't muck about.
No, they don't.
That's why you see when they're hesitating, you think, all right, on your way.
Yeah, that's
No,
it.
that's it.
But yeah, that's kind of a form of early warning, which is quite good. But as I say, different things that work for different people. That's mine. I do carry one more crystal. I only really put it on for out doing, like Valentine's house or something, and it's a smoked quartz. But it's
What quartz?
smoked quartz.
Oh yes, smoky quartz.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I love it.
Very good for grounding.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
it's only
That's
for
another
grounding
thing as
and
well. Yeah,
it attracts positive.
that's another thing you should do is ground yourself. That's most
Yeah.
important.
Yeah, particularly. I mean, it was just stepping onto something else, which
Use your bare feet in the grass
Yeah.
and stuff like that when you don't tread in poo-poo.
I mean, it's like stepping onto something else that I don't. I mean, as I say, I started this thinking, giving people a laugh, seeing me get scared. My guides obviously had other ideas. He said, "Right, this is your, this is your calling. This is your
We're
path."
putting you on the spot.
Yeah, when they're putting you on this path, and there's no getting off of it, because from that point of me going out with a GoPro and a bloody K2 to about 6 months, a year later, I've moved my first spirit on, and that drained me, and I don't think I was properly grounded when I done that, because I felt drained for a good few days.
You again not fear of the unknown, but you didn't know what to expect, so
No.
you didn't know how it would affect you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just sat there and done it. It was only been next few days. I feel right fluey and
It's because you used your energy to do
yeah,
it.
I use my energy to help them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So whatever you're doing with your healing
Yeah,
or
that's
being medium, you're just a channel. It's not you doing it, and
No, it's not.
until you get used to doing it, you will put so much of your energy in it because you're so enthusiastic and you're compassionate and you want to fix this person and help them move on.
Yeah.
That you are depleted, and that's not the right way to work. You should really.
No, I mean now I'm good with it. Sometimes I still get it. It depends on the trauma.
You got to
But-
recharge your batteries. Yeah.
But so I'm a lot better now. But when I first started, it was
It's called magnetic healing or magnetic. Because you're
So-
using your
yeah.
energy.
So that's another thing to watch. Be wary of your own energy. So yeah, make sure you're grounded, and it be right. But as I say, all these things you need to be aware of when you go out and do this stuff. It's if you just walk out, go, I'm going to go something today, and everything goes tits up, then you'll be after people like us to sort you out, really.
So what would you think would be the best if someone wanted to go down this route of being a channeler? What would you suggest as the
A
basis,
channeler.
the start point? Well, it's all channeling. Yeah.
I'll definitely
Well,
say
channeling
that.
is channeling is when you allow another energy to give
Interact.
information
Well,
through.
maybe that's the wrong word, but anyone who wants to connect, what would you say would be the starter
I would
position.
suggest they find awareness groups, or they
Yeah.
find a circle or somewhere where they can go along and just experience, but even just going to a service or going and seeing a medium so they can see how they work. And then awareness groups, they do lots and lots of different things working with spirits. So,
Yeah, they do, yeah.
Pendulum, cabinet, pyramid, table tipping, inspired writing, inspired art, tea leaves, water
Automatic
reading,
Yeah.
sand read, all sorts of stuff. But that will really give you a feel as to whether you're more of a psychic reader or you're more of a spiritual reader. And then
Explain the difference if you can.
so psychic. So if you this really annoys me when people go, I'm a psychic medium, and then they start bringing in dead people. That is not a psychic medium. Psychic medium is someone who reads you. So if I said, I want to come to this lady here, I really feel that you're on a really low ebb at the moment, and I feel like you've been through a really traumatic experience. That's nothing to do with spirit. That's me reading your energy, and that's a psychic link. Most mediums who work with spirit are psychic anyway. We're all psychic. We can all go and meet our friend and think, oh, they're a bit off today, and go, are you feeling okay?
Yeah.
Or go and sit next to someone in a library or a cafe and think, I'm not sure I want to sit there, or really feel drawn to someone. That's all psychic. Spiritual medium is someone who works directly with spirit. So if I'm doing a service, for example, and there's no dead folk there, which is very rare, but if I'm like, shit. So I just find someone in the congregation, and I'm like, okay, I want to work with you, and I'll pick up on their energies, their psychic energies, and then within, I don't know, maybe 30 seconds, there will be someone here for them. Because spirit hear your voice as well. So once they say yes or no, or I'm not sure, or whatever, whoever's up there, my gatekeeper will be going, right, okay, this one's Sally. Who's here for Sally? Come on, make some space. And they'll come through. And I know it all sounds a bit twee, but that's pretty much how it works. So being a psychic medium, having a psychic ability is really an important part of your toolkit. But it's not the same as being a spirit medium. A spirit medium is someone who works with spirit.
That's channeling.
No, it's not. Channeling is when you allow... I was doing channeling... Do you know, for the first time, I allowed this person who I don't mention to speak to me, and I recorded it. I was sitting in my living room on my own, surrounded by these beings.
Oh, no, of course, yeah.
I've never done it before. I was being in cabinet, in the church, with other people around me. It felt so weird. Not unsafe, just like weird. But yeah, so that's... And they don't give me another voice or do any weird stuff. But I sent it to my friend who listened, and she downloaded this app. Because I said, I'm sure it's me. She went, no, the frequency sounds different. I went, it's my voice. She went, no. She goes, guarantee, if I check out your normal messages and the one you send, the frequency will be different. So she loaded in one of my normal messages. And it said, and I've got quite a low voice for a woman, but it's a lot of female things. And when this person, I was speaking for this person, there was no female in it. It was completely different frequency. Like, different numbers. I was like, oh. She went, now try and deny it. I was like, okay then. but yeah, so
yeah, well, what did you do?
but it wasn't. But it's not like I go or come up with some weird accent. I'm speaking like me, and I don't like the sound of my voice anyway, so I don't listen to it. But other people can tell the difference. So I don't. Nobody likes the sound of their voice. Do they?
I don't. Do you know what I mean? You know, I do a lot of singing, and everyone's like, you're really, really good at it.
Yeah.
I bet you hate it.
I do. I hate hearing my own voice.
Yeah, it's something to do with when you hear a recording of your voice, it's not up an octave, it's higher than when you hear it, because you hear it in your ears and it resonates differently through your eardrums.
That's very true.
It's
Yeah.
weird, when I play back my WhatsApp messages, if I do a voice message, I say I don't like my sound.
She don't sound like you.
No, but
No.
when I used to work on the railway and I used to do recorded messages for the train announcements, I didn't mind that. So I don't know whether it was a different technology or what.
Maybe. I don't know. But anyway, so that's the difference between psychic and spirit, and channeling is when you allow someone to
you're
speak
right. Channeling is
through
when
you. They don't overshadow
when
you. I
when
mean, I
they
didn't
were
have
speaking
him
through
like melding with me or anything. He was just saying stuff that I just wouldn't have said. It's not me, definitely not me.
Yeah, you know what's you not. I mean, it happens
Yeah.
to me, didn't it? Yeah.
Some of the ways.
Did you remember? You didn't not remember what you were saying. You knew what you were saying.
I thought I was probably chatting for about 10 minutes, and when I finally opened my eyes and pressed the off button, it was 35. And I know I can talk for England, and I thought, I don't want. And Nadia said to me, "Send it to me. I really want to hear it." I was like, "Oh, I don't know." She went, "No, please, please. I promise to give you my honest opinion." So I sent it to her, and she listened to it, and she was like, "That's definitely not you." She said, Nadia's very good with frequency. She's very good at picking up on people's energies, and she said, just hearing it doesn't even sound like the same frequency. He was talking about this tipping point and how there is if we don't sort this out, it's going to be catastrophic, really, and how we need to solve it. And they're not allowed to interfere.
Interact, no.
But he said, I'm pretty
guide.
certain he either
They
used the
can't
word
interfere,
council. No, he either used the word council or he used the word consortium or something like that. And he said, we have been given permission to passively intervene. And this person and many others from his race and other races are at this point around the world giving this message to people who will spread it and understand it. And it won't be everyone, it will be people who are able to do the task they give us.
So I was right.
I don't know.
I just hope I'm doing the right things.
I used
It
to.
feels right what I do.
It's more
Yeah.
about healing
Yeah.
and about bringing the energies up, because we were this close to shifting. We've all heard about the shift.
Yes,
And now we've
that is
taken a
true.
massive step back. But do you know what else I found out? And this really threw me. This is not something I've ever believed. So this, if anything in that message told me it wasn't me, it's this. I don't believe the human soul, any soul, can be corrupted. I don't believe that you can sell your soul to the devil, because the devil's not real. Turns out the devil isn't real, but let me see if I can remember this. I should really play it, but I don't want to. So basically what they said is there are people on this earth who have been here many, many times. And when you come here because you want the range of experiences. Like you want to be at death's door because you're so miserable, and then you want to be euphoric. You want all of it. You want to experience it all. And then some people come in because they just want to do one bit. Some people just want a quiet life. Some people want to go in nature. Some people want to be rich and famous. Anyway, there are a small percentage of the population who have been here many times, and that maybe within the first 2 or 3 visits they got a liking for power and money and adoration and cruelty and all of the things that are really, really like low vibration. And what's happened is these people are coming to their last life here. And he's saying they didn't sell their soul to the devil, but that is how you would understand it as humans. What they have done is they have sacrificed their energy so that they can keep getting this and getting this. And the more lives they have here, the more they need this. They need it. And now they're weakening. It's weakening. And so they're trying to draw as many people with as much hate and fear as they can to use their energy to stay here as long as possible, because this is their final go. And they already know their time is up. And so what he was saying is, these people, it is natural for you to dislike them, because they grate on you, they don't share your energies, they're not compassionate, they're not kind, they just hate for no reason, and they have to get everyone else to hate, and they make you fear things, because fear is the strongest emotion. It's not the most powerful, but it's the strongest emotion. And he was saying, you have to name these people, open your heart space, invite them in, and heal them. Genuinely heal them and surround them with beautiful golden light, and send them love and compassion, because they've got no choice. They're going to go, and they're not going. This is the other thing. I had no idea. I thought we all ended up in the same place, and we was like, no, these are going somewhere else. And it was going to take them so long to even get to where we will be. Now, this isn't people who do like 1 or 2 bad things. We're not talking about the Peter Sutcliffes. We're not talking about the I don't know, either the Fred Wests or the Jimmy Saviles. We're talking about the really influential people in the world. And this is what they're saying. We need to get back to that tipping point. And the thing, and I could feel his pain when he was saying, they keep feeling the Earth's distress signals, because we are destroying the one thing we rely on for our survival. And he said, we don't have long. This is urgent, and this is why we are now stepping in. But we can't do anything. We have to get you to do it.
Mm.
So,
That's what I was saying.
but it's not just me who's got this message. Apparently, there are
No,
many
they're-
people
I've had the message
around
as
the
well.
world being told that this hate has got to stop. It's got to stop. It's getting to the point where there are too many people hating, and the world is not going to survive, and that will be it. It will just be the end of it. But it's almost like this was not set up, but this was almost like an experimental plane where people would experience
Yes.
more
Yeah, okay.
than all the other places. And when he said it, in my head I went Matrix, and he went, not a Matrix.
No.
Not a Matrix. This is not, you're not imagining this. None of this is imaginary. None of this is being done to you. You are choosing it.
Yeah.
So, and it was like, oh, okay. But because he didn't say it like that, this is my language. So that's why I was saying, I think I might have made this up. Because
No, you didn't. No.
I don't, and he kept, and at one point he said, we don't have time. And then he said, and there was a pause in it when we don't have time. And I'm thinking, that's not what you want to say. And he's going, we don't have time. And I'm like, would you just, like, I don't know what you're trying to say. And what he was trying to say is, we're not able to tell you when this will happen. You've got to just do it and do it now.
Mm.
And it was like, okay, I wish you hadn't come to see me now because I'm a bit depressed.
Gloria, I had the same message many, many years ago with Peter Shepherd.
I'm sure it's been given to people across the world. We're just not listening. We are not listening. And if we don't listen now, that's
I keep getting this overwhelming feeling of wanting to go home.
I've had that for many years.
Yeah.
The only thing that's going to help is just to feel. I know it sounds so crass and so twee. It's to fill the world with love, because love is the most powerful emotion.
The message you got was from an alien. Alien source.
Yeah,
right?
I know.
They are from what was it? The galactic. What do they call themselves?
No.
It's a
the
galactic.
No.
It
They're
was
not
a-
part of that.
No, there was a galactic.
There's a council.
Yeah, the
Seven.
Council of Seven. They're not part of this.
Oh, council.
Yeah.
There is a council, and they said,
Yeah.
what's exactly going to happen in the next few years? I'm talking about what, 10 years ago, 5 to 8 years ago? No, 8 years, 10 years ago. With Peter, sitting with Peter and another lady, and we were channeling our alien friends,
Thank
right?
you.
I thought it was you.
Oh, yeah, go for it.
See, that confirmed it was you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they said exactly the same thing. They said time's running out, basically. They said we can't interfere.
Well, they are now.
But yeah, time is. They really stressed it.
And they also said they had to make a decision about whether to stay
Yeah.
or just leave us to destroy ourselves.
I don't think they'll do that.
Well,
No.
that was an option
Don't think
because
they're gonna do
they
that.
said every time they kept referring to the earth as our mother and saying they can feel her pain, they can feel
Yeah.
her cries,
Yeah.
and it is becoming physically unbearable for them. So this
So
is
you've got-
their last option before they go, okay then.
Well, why don't they just come in?
They
like-
can't.
No,
I
because
know they
we
can't.
wouldn't learn.
There you
Well,
go then.
we wouldn't learn anything. That's basically what this is all
Can you
So
about.
the
imagine
change
if I
is
went
the
public
frequency.
with this? People would go, fucking nuts.
Yeah, you'll
Well,
Exactly.
Well, there's
Yeah.
loads of
I
channels
couldn't
doing
tell
it.
you one, could I?
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're all like, well, I don't know.
It's,
I know.
well, I mean, we can preach as hard as we like. It's just getting the people to listen.
No one can tell anyone because
Yeah.
no one will believe it.
And
anyway.
these people are hated by more people than love them, and so it's very hard. I will struggle to put any of these people in my heart space and heal them. It's going to be really difficult.
Yeah,
for me,
come
but
across-
I must do it.
I'll come across half of them on the road, but that's another story. I mean, going back to what I said, it's like it feels like we were guided into what our respective areas, and as I said, I've bounced around so much with everything I've done, but when I come into what I've been doing now and what I've been doing for the last 20 years, there's a reason why. And it was the same with mate Chris. Boy, I never thought to myself, said the reason why you're doing this is because you raise people's vibrations. And it can't be no coincidence that given how hard hospitality is being hit right now, that my nights are still pretty busy. So, it's like people want to go out and get that lift.
Music
You know?
is a vibrational tool.
Music's
Yeah, music and-
great.
Yeah.
Music.
I mean, anyone with a
That's why I
laptop.
make my own.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, the other thing was, I can't remember how to say this on YouTube because so many people believe them. Reptilians are not real. They are a manifestation of the person. Like they're not physically an alien. They are a manifestation of the state of the person's soul.
Right, that kind of.
So if you, I don't want to start naming reptilians because I don't. But it's like when you see flashes, when you see flashes and people, oh, he's a reptilian. It's not reptilian. It's just so damaged. The soul is so sacrificed and damaged. That's and some people can pick that up or sense it or see it without needing cameras or anything. So I don't know. He didn't make reference to whether it was like a video or whether it was about what you can see with your own eyes. I don't know.
Yeah, so is because I mean people were saying, oh, it's these reptilians got a cloaking device on, but it's not necessarily it's a cloaking device.
That's what
Is that what they are inside, and it's showing through?
Yeah.
So it's not a cloaking device. It's some
and they're
people
not.
could
They're
see the
not.
real
All,
thing.
they don't all look like reptiles either. There's other. And I don't know. I can honestly say I've never looked at anyone and seen a reptile apart from my reptile animals.
Well, right, so.
But that doesn't mean they're not. And I know some of them are a bit mobile phone pixelated, dodgy, and you can't really tell. But I don't know. He's saying some people have the capacity to see what people are truly like. And I immediately thought, they live. And that must be.
Yeah, that's a good
Yeah,
analogy.
you know. But I mean that was a cloaking device, though, wasn't it? Or it wasn't a cloaking device. It was it was a device.
I'm worried I'm not
Putting out a
explaining it well
frequency.
enough.
It was a
because I'm not
frequency,
here.
wasn't it?
It was a device putting out a frequency which was able to
Change their eye.
was able to put the blinkers on or the curtains over people's eyes so they didn't see
There's nothing out
the real
there
thing.
or hiding down here that wants to hurt us. It's all us. All of it is us.
Yeah.
And we need to fix it because we are the only
Or maybe
we're the
not meant to fix
only
it.
thing that
No,
can.
we're not meant to. Simple as.
Why not?
Because that's
It's
the way
unfixable.
we are.
No, it's
Well,
not
how-
unfixable. They wouldn't even say it if it was unfixable. They'd just leave.
I didn't say it was unfixable.
No,
I
no,
said,
I was talking to Heather.
oh,
But I was looking in your direction. But actually I was looking at the clock.
Maybe it was unfixable. Can I just say, winter artist?
Okay. Hello.
I miss stand in the park sometimes.
Artist.
Oh.
And then Crime Scene 2 Courtroom has said, evening guys.
Hello. Long time no see.
Have any of you tried a Pathfinder board? I think it is similar to a Ouija board. I've
No.
never heard of that.
no,
I'll
I've
look that up,
Never
mate.
never heard of it.
I'll look that up,
I
mate.
haven't.
I'm going to look it up now.
That'd be interesting.
I'll tell you what I was going to bring up, kind of for the Pathfinder thing. I say something come up the other day. It's a spirit board, but the planchette you can put a pencil in, so it's like spirit drawing.
Oh, it draws it.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
That I quite like the look of.
Automatic writing kind of thing.
Yeah. So it'll make writing or draw a picture. I thought that appealed to me because I mean that sort of thing is not gonna, it's not like the go out and get drunk and try a spirit board sort of thing. You're gonna be sober when you do that because you wanna.
It just comes up with role play, like D&D.
Okay.
So I don't know. There's a vintage 1977 Pathfinder board game, but a lot of these are sold as games, aren't they? But it doesn't really show much. So.
It's not like Jumanji, is it?
Disappearing to some jungle for 40
Oh,
years.
your dinosaur might come out.
Right though.
Yeah. Who knows?
Whatever that bloody thing was, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a reptilian.
Oh, yeah. But
I haven't. Neil and Plasma have been chatting a lot.
Okay.
I haven't repeated it because it's all
filth.
Rubbish.
tortoise porn, basically. Is the best way I could describe it.
Tortoise spawn! Oh my god!
Tortoise porn.
No, it's they're like gossiping about their tortoises. So
Oh, right.
Oh,
Okay.
that's good.
Yeah.
I'm glad to provide a platform for you.
I like tortoises. I think they're kind of cute.
Oh, they're lovely.
Yeah, I had once there was a lorry carrying tortoises and another one carrying terrapins head on.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a total disaster.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's the best I could do with
Why
that.
didn't I guess
You
this
know
was a
we've had
dad
them.
joke?
You know we've had them.
That was the best I could do, given the material.
It's because I've had a break from it.
It is,
So
yeah.
I'd forgotten.
See, it's your fault because I
I've
haven't
forgotten
sent
just
you
how
dad
much
jokes.
in fun it was being
Yeah.
in dad
I've
jokes.
come out with dad jokes in ages,
Yeah,
so it's your fault.
don't.
Crime Scene said he's going to send a link. So
Yeah,
I
brilliant.
think that's
Yeah.
got Pathfinder board. So.
Oh yeah, cool.
Yeah, I mean, I've been a little bit out the loop recently with other things going on, but I hope your channel's going well. And I'm going to try and get back onto the, because I've still got a bit of unfinished stuff to do with the Veteran, but it's having the time. But we're working something out at the moment, so I might be able to concentrate on doing Veteran stuff again. But so that's all for future. Once I've gone through that book as well, I've got so many ideas buzzing around my head.
One thing at a time, mate. Don't
One
overload
thing at a time,
yourself.
that's right, yeah, definitely. But yeah, no, I was just saying, reading, I was looking up that thing about you can get the spirit boards, the planchette as a pencil,
Yeah.
and it can draw and write.
Like
and stuff.
photograph.
Eh?
Like
Yeah.
photograph.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
that's
loved
it,
that.
yeah.
I had a harmonograph. It was one that you hung on the wall,
Yeah.
and you put weights on it, and it
Oh
was
yeah.
Oh, wow.
oh, so good.
So,
So cool.
what do you reckon? Should try one? Would you try one then?
What? A
The
pathfinder?
spirit board with a planchette we can put a pencil in.
No, because I know in my head people have put the idea that it's evil, and I know what I'm like. I'd overthink it.
I'm
and
weird
it'll grow
because
into
I can't see
something.
the evil in that.
No, I don't think the Ouija boards are evil either.
No.
I think I would
don't.
probably have to do, if I was going to do it, I'd have to do a spirit board or a Ouija board with someone I absolutely trust. There's only maybe 2 people I would do that with, and then once I've done it once, then I'll be alright. But I think too much talk of it all being wrong. I can't, in here and in here, I can't find why it's wrong. It's no different to using any other tool to contact spirit.
Yeah.
As long as it's done with due care and with the right
My
intention.
intention.
So.
Yeah.
I suppose that. Yeah.
Well, okay, it's
Yeah.
called the Pathfinder Psychic Talking Board.
Oh, right, okay.
And it's got, there's various pictures of it, and it's called Psychic Circle. Pathfinder Psychic Talking Board. It's a practical divination kit that moves beyond the Ouija board, enabling users to tap into shamanic wisdom. The kit features a 32-page booklet and a folder full of
That is
full of
very
colour
pretty.
forms and a special design magical message indicator.
Not heard of that. That's great.
No,
I'm
but
just,
it kind of looks like a Ouija board, but just round.
yeah, that's
Okay.
But, yeah. And pretty colours.
Really pretty colours.
It does look nice.
And the one on Amazon is £183.
Is that all?
But then there's other ones for about £18. So.
Other truth, maybe week, month, year, blessings, yes,
I'm
teaching,
going to get all this up in my algorithm now
go,
Yeah.
for the next 10 weeks.
Yeah.
our success, love, you,
Google's like, what the hell are you looking at now?
4 stars out of 5.
and no fear, okay.
I'll tell you what I did buy, and it's got me thinking about the next, probably I'd say for a next round table, which kind of links in a little bit to what we've done tonight, about alternative healing.
What do you mean, like Reiki and spiritual?
Reiki, spiritual,
Okay.
Tibetan bowls. I've just bought a new fork as well.
A fork.
A fork, yeah, you know, the tuning forks.
Oh, right, I'm sorry, yes.
Yeah, I was looking for one like that, lotus flower, whatever her name is, that she had at Hyde Park, and I've found something similar. It's got like a little ball on the end of it, and I tried it out earlier. And it's lovely. So, but yeah, it's just that's a thought. I don't know what you guys reckon.
Right.
Yeah,
I think that's quite a good idea.
the next round table going on from what we're
about
talking about
healing,
about how to heal it.
I mean, it's interesting going through the, everything, isn't it? Like, that's,
Put some nice positive vibes out.
yeah, it's nice, clean vibes.
Mm.
the lights out. See this doom and gloom that we're all around us.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
Rise above.
yes.
Rise above
Yeah.
it. Yeah. Think positive.
I don't know when you want to talk to your guides next, whether, I know I've banged on about it so many times. Bob Marley, Michael Jackson, was that what they were here for? To raise their levels?
Do you know? Do you know what? It's really strange because I've had, like, so when this chap had been around me, we were going to do cabinet at church, and I was too ill to go, and I really wanted to, but I just had no energy, and he sort of, I could feel he was around, and it became more and more urgent for him to say something, and I was really reluctant to sit in my living room and do it all by myself. It felt weird. But during the time when he was like about, I had lots of thoughts about Jesus and the Bible and the misinterpretation, the mistranslations, and I never think about Jesus and the Bible because I'm not a Christian. I'm not a biblical person.
Nor am I.
But it's really weird that you asked that, because bang in the nowhere I just had this thought: Jesus was real and he was just a prophet, just like
Bob Marley.
that was one of the names, and then there were other names I didn't. Yes.
What's that?
And someone else
Martin
was,
Luther.
wait a minute, someone else, wait a minute, Bob Marley, Martin Luther, another black person, and
about Martin
some foreign names, like probably from other religions that I didn't recognise. And I was like, oh, okay. And then I thought, oh, did I just think of that? Like, is that my mind? Am I thinking? Because like with all the Christian nationalism going on, and where Christians are saying that's not what Jesus taught, and the nationalists saying, well, yes, it is, and the interpretations being very different. I thought, oh, is this just in my head? So the fact you just asked me that is like, but I must have had that in my head for a reason. Like, that's what it was put in my head for. And it was all that, I haven't thought about it since this guy said what he wanted to say and he's gone. So that's peculiar, really, really weird. I don't think he mentioned Michael Jackson, but yeah, he did mention Bob Marley. And some others. Not Mother Teresa, though.
No, I don't think she was quite the person.
But then prophet is probably quite a high up.
She's not a prophet, is she?
No.
No.
But everyone he spoke about, it was all about peace and love and acceptance, and the one thing that was in my head all the time is I don't even know what verse this is from, if I'm saying it's right. It was, when I was poor, you didn't feed me, and when I came to you and I was something injured, you didn't look after me, and when I came to you and I was a stranger, you didn't come for me, something like that. And then the response is, but you, Lord, you've never come to us like that. And he says, the least you did for these my brethren, the least you did for me, or something. I don't know the words, but that just kept going. I'm going to have to find it. I'm going to have to look it up now. Now I'm going to have to look it up because you've spoken, and it's been going round and round in my head, and then that disappeared as well. So there must be something there. That's really weird. That's really made the hairs on my neck stand up.
Is that similar to Footprints in the Sand?
Yeah.
You know.
No, Footprints in the Sand is where he says, Lord, you
That's
left
the
me.
one
There's
set
only one set footprints in the
Yes, because
sand.
walking behind you.
That's where I was carrying you. No, this is about God saying you need to look after the look after the poor and like feed the poor and take care of the injured and accept people that are different from you and look after your neighbours, blah 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 blah. And what he's saying is, when I came to you and I was poor, you didn't look after me. When I was prisoner, yeah, you didn't.
For I was hungry and you didn't feed me.
Yes.
I was thirsty and you didn't give me a drink. I was a stranger and you didn't invite me into your home. I was naked and you didn't give me clothing. I was sick and in prison and you didn't visit me.
And they say, will you come to us sick or poor? And then he says, you didn't do this for any of my brethren, or the least of these things you did.
That was Matthew 25.
What's the next verse?
Hang on. Let's just do 25. Right, there we go.
Bear with.
I'll get it up.
And I just thought, oh, maybe it's something I've seen in passing, but it's been in my head a lot. I need a Bible now.
Yeah.
I've got a few.
Never ever thought I'd say that.
No.
What
I've
if
got
when
two.
I type something in, it
Did you
doesn't...
say it was Matthew 25?
One after.
Matthew 25, 42 to 45. I haven't gone that far yet, so 42. Look, this is King James, which is slightly older version.
The King James version isn't.
They will. 40. What did I say? 42. For I was hungry, and you gave me nothing to eat. I was thirsty, you gave me nothing to drink. I was a stranger, you did not invite me in. I needed clothes, you did not clothe me. I was sick and in prison.
Yeah,
and
and
you
they
didn't
say,
look after
Lord,
me.
when did
They
we
will-
see you
they
hungry
also-
or thirsty?
They also will answer, Lord, when
Yeah.
did we see you hungry or thirsty or a stranger or needing clothes or sick or in prison and did not help you? He will reply, truly I tell you, whatever you did not do for one of the least of these, you did not do for me.
Yeah.
Then
And then
they will go away to eternal punishment, but the righteous to eternal life.
So that's what he's saying. Like, so I come to you as a poor man, I come to you as a foreigner, I come to you as a sick person, I come to you as a prisoner, and you don't look after me, and therefore you don't look after God, because I am all of these people.
Yeah.
And I don't even believe in the Bible.
No.
Wow.
But
But that's like, that
I mean,
just really resonates.
yeah, I
right?
mean, I've said before, if you take religion away, this is my opinion.
Organised religion.
Yeah, this is purely my opinion, possibly ours. If you take religion away from Bible, it makes a lot of sense.
Did you know that in 1946...
And there's a lot of power. And some, you might even look at it as a form of a spell book, because it's very powerful words. As you've just quoted, there's really powerful words in the Bible.
Well, there is
But a lot of it
teachings
is
of
so misinterpreted.
Yeah.
I've got to say this, because
This
it's
is why I
quite
don't like
interesting. In
religion. This is why I take
1946...
religion away from it.
In 1946, they did a retranslation of the Bible, and the verse that spoke about a man should not lay with a man as he does with a woman actually said, a man shall not lay with a young boy as he does with a woman. And it was changed to a man shall not lay with a man, blah, 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 blah. And then in 2007, the church admitted they said it was a genuine mistake, that they'd mistranslated and changed it from boy to man, but they didn't change it back. And now I'm
That's
thinking,
deliberate.
gosh,
That's not, you know.
I wonder why.
You get most of these priests who are.
But it's all there if you. But I'm not a Bible person. I'm really not. I'm not Christian. I'm not. But I don't know. I'm just thinking.
That
Hang on a minute.
surprises me, mate.
It surprises me that he told me Jesus was real, because I didn't believe in him, and now I've got to.
Sorry.
His teachings.
He wasn't who we think he was.
No.
There
He
have
did
been
exist.
lots of crucified saviours before him that were
Absolutely.
miraculous birth, died in front of all that rose to life.
Talk about miraculous birth.
Yeah.
Like he just.
No, I'm just saying
he was real.
there's a lot of historical figures that were before the time that Jesus was meant to be alive that are of that same story.
Yeah.
But his teachings are quite profound and speak of morality and you know, so you can kind of understand why it's been sold. It's not been sold in the way it should be, but you can understand
It's
sold.
been mistranslated and
Changed over the years.
Yeah.
To suit the
Religion.
Well, it's the interpretation of it, isn't it? Yeah.
There's so many different versions. as
Say,
well.
I mean, I look at that. I know we've gone massively off pace with this, but I look at that book in several ways. One is it's a history book and it's described events.
The Old Testament is, yeah.
Yeah,
These
and
opinions.
what
It's
came
different
here.
people's opinions, and people don't realise that it was written, whether it's real or not, over hundreds of years. From
Yeah,
different
and it wasn't done at the
people.
time
No.
he was here
and it was
as well.
hearsay, and it was
Yeah.
it was maybe first hand accounts, and then it was like a little bit of historical digging.
So it's, as I say, to me, it's describing essentially three events. One was those that come from above, which we've discussed before, that Yahweh isn't one monolithic God, but
The
several
Bible
of them.
refers to multiple
Elohim.
gods.
Exactly.
Elohim,
It,
she's
it
multiple
says you are Lord of Lords, you are
Yeah.
God of
That's
gods.
it.
Oh my God, I
The
need to
high-
stop
the
because I
highest-
don't believe in the Bible.
the
Stop,
highest
can we
of
stop?
high.
I'm betraying myself.
Someone
All
that don't believe in it, you're doing a.
I am
No,
no,
but
I'm not
what,
like
what you're
this.
doing is the same that I've done. You've taken that religious aspect and you look at it at what it is.
But does that literally mean there were loads of gods, or is that a reference to other religions
Well,
who
look at the Indians.
have
right?
equally important gods?
well, those
Look at the
gods,
Greeks had loads of
Look at
gods.
Exactly.
Elephant god.
Those-
this god.
Yeah.
yeah, those
Yeah,
those
Hindus,
gods
yeah.
described in the Bible went on to be gods for other parts of the planet.
It's just
Norse, Greek,
Yeah.
Roman
But
Yeah.
then a lot of their
So-
stories
are the same.
marry up.
Tell
When
the
you
same
change
story.
the names, they marry up with the Bible.
They'll tell the same story.
Plasma's mentioned Dionysus.
Dionysus. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know I've heard that before.
I've heard that.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
Another god. Goddess.
Yeah, and just two other things. There's scientific information in the Bible, which has been proved.
Yeah, there's scientific information in the Quran as well. Like
Yeah.
we just dismiss so many.
Yeah.
That's it.
And as I say, the last one, which pertains to the New Testament, which is Jesus and the disciples and all that, there are very powerful words in there, which, as I say, can be used to.
I think the biggest problem for me right now is that there's a whole swathe of people who are using the Bible to
Further their own
teach
ends.
the wrong thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, my mum, I think I might have said this before, but my mum's vicar, because she was Baptist, even he said that man twists the word of God for his own ends.
Yeah.
And I'm like, just what I think to say.
And I think it was the King James version that they used, because the King James version was translated for King James because he wanted it translated in a certain way for his own ends. A bit like Henry VIII going, right, okay, let's get rid of Catholicism because I want to divorce my wife. So, yeah.
Look at Pope. Look at the Pope. I mean,
I don't know who Pope is anymore. Didn't he die? Who's Pope now?
No,
Yeah, it's a new one.
Yeah, there is a new one.
A new one.
the new one.
Yep, just popped
Yeah,
out the egg.
the black smoke went up.
Yeah. I don't know his name. I don't.
The
Yeah.
American guy. Isn't he?
Yeah, that's it.
So
No,
I don't
no,
know.
right, so-
I don't know, but that's certainly been in my head
Yeah.
for a while.
What's that book before the Bible? There was another book, wasn't there? By was it Joe?
Supposedly, but we
Supposedly.
don't. Who knows, really?
The
The Torah.
No.
no,
of Enoch.
No, that-
you've got. You've also
Yeah,
got.
that's it.
That is
What's that?
actually
Sorry.
Book of Enoch.
Book of
Book
Enoch.
of, no, the Book of Enoch was supposed to be part of. I don't know whether it was actually originally, but it was. Every now
Enoch
and
is
then,
referenced in
the
the Bible.
Roman Catholic Church got together and voted books in or out
That's
of
right,
the
the
Bible,
canons.
and they voted the Book of Enoch out of the Bible. They've also voted quite a few times to have Revelations taken out of the
Yes.
Well,
Bible.
Revelations didn't contain anything about the rapture until 18 something. That was added.
Later on in life.
But apparently we were all waiting for it in the next couple of days. So how are we going to get through the
I
firmament?
thought it was the other day.
Yeah, that's what I heard. But now it's
Jesus is
changed.
I'll
coming.
change it.
Look busy.
But then they said about like 2012 and the end of the Mayan
Get to
dawn count, Mayan calendar.
Yeah, it was just a calendar. Calendar just start over.
Yeah, but get this right. The Mayan calendar was written when we were living under a 360-day year.
Okay.
When they calculated that the end of the Mayan calendar would finish in 2012, they calculated 365.25 days.
Oh, okay. Ah, that's great. Well, I'm really, really glad.
So,
That's good news.
So we're
Anyway,
finished then.
all right, it is now 10:30.
Yes.
So
Let's
Wow,
finish
we've
that.
rambled a lot.
we have, yeah.
We've kind of largely ignored the
Dionysus.
people
I think it's the.
that
What did I look at? DIONYSUS.
Yeah.
Glasgow.
I thought he was going to go DISCO then.
No.
DISCO.
DIONYSUS.
She is delightful. She is
Irresistible.
She is super sexy. She is
Yeah.
Such a cutie. She is.
oh.
Pope Louis. Pope Louis.
That's him.
Yes.
Yeah. Right, so we're going to. Any quick questions, and then we're going to wrap
Yeah,
up.
we've ignored you all night, just
Yeah.
going back between
They've
ourselves.
been-
Because we haven't seen
Back
Gloria for
offices.
ages. Yeah, we haven't seen Gloria for ages.
Yeah,
So-
sorry, I kind of talk too much. For someone who doesn't like the sound of her own voice,
Yeah, but you're not listening to it.
I don't like it recorded. Don't like it.
Right, so yeah, any questions quickly, and then we're going to wrap it up.
Yeah, just be quick. We
Wrap
take
it
up all the
up.
time now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trouble is always time tonight, so.
Paraquest, at least the UK's eye, the danger.
Well, we didn't really talk much about the dangers of
We did.
We did.
It's not that we didn't, because we did do a lot of that. We just went off piece a little
Just
bit.
went
With some
off.
I
of it.
wasn't going to talk about that at all tonight.
You
That
chose
was
the
the subject
subject.
matter.
No, I didn't choose the subject matter. We were talking about the pros and cons of doing ghost hunting. It wasn't my idea.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
not
it wasn't. It was
talking about
Rudy's.
that. I'm not talking about that.
Yeah, it was Rudy's.
We went off piece.
I know, but I didn't mean to. I didn't intentionally go off.
For someone that doesn't like the Bible, or
I
doesn't,
know
I
that.
mean,
It's Glasgow's time.
all the time.
Yeah.
I just feel like I really need to go and read it now, and I don't want to do that. I don't
Uh,
feel like I
is
can talk
anything-
about it.
No, no.
Okay, all right. So we're going to leave it there. So
Wave goodbye.
before we go, just a reminder: next live stream, Monday the 20th of October.
Right.
That will be the Ask a Medium with cards and stuff.
And stuff.
Cards, yeah.
What else?
Cars and
I might bring my
everything.
tinkly chimes. How about
Tinkly chimes, that's good.
Oh, Neil's put, would you do an Essex Boys Ouija board?
Good though. That's a possibility.
It's, the question is,
You-
would the Essex boys do an Essex boys Ouija board? It's not down to us.
It's whether they'd want to come through
Yeah.
on the
Would
spirit
you want
world.
to do it over there in Rettigan?
Or what, in the
Well-
corner of your bar?
No,
Over Renton. I mean, bearing in mind that would be, in December and rather cold, so to give it a whirl, I suppose.
We wouldn't touch the board. We let the planchette move on its own.
Yeah.
Your hands would be too cold.
Yeah, it's only Craig and Pat can do that. We'll just crack on, lads. So yeah, next live stream. Yeah, Monday the 20th. I was going to talk about stuff we were talking about earlier.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
you look like you're going to go, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, shut up.
So it's to do with the stuff. I've got it. Yeah,
Wait.
yeah. It's just come to me.
Communicate with spirit and stuff.
No. About what your guide said regarding how we're on a limited timescale for.
No, we weren't going to have.
No, it
wasn't
No, it wasn't that. It was something else. You'll have to watch it back.
I'll try.
Can anyone who's watching remember what Adam said?
Yeah.
What
Well,
was
it's something that I think what Gloria was talking about will be a good thing for the next medium live stream. But so leave a comment down
Was
below
it
with that.
about different types of, not channeling, but different types of communication?
I thought it was like inspired writing and the psychic art and the pyramid and water reading and sound reading and stuff like that. I thought.
Yeah, I could do that. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, or we can incorporate what else was.
We'll come up with something.
Yeah. But it'll be along that line.
Rewatch it.
So yeah, Ask a Medium. That'll be the next one, 20th of October, and then the next round table, obviously the first Wednesday of November. It will be the first Wednesday in November, and I think and we'll talk about the healing, doing alternative healing methods.
Yeah,
Which I
that
think
was
would be
it.
really
that was it. Alternative healing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
methods,
but that would be with the next round table,
Yeah.
not with the next mediumship.
Oh, okay, yeah, cool.
May even have one or two special guests on the next medium.
Who?
If we wanted one or two people, at least one will be female.
Okay. Who?
I'll leave that until off camera because I've got to ask them yet. And I might say no.
Yeah.
Cool.
Right. So anyway, Rudy's back from the visit to the restroom.
Nature break.
And yeah, what we're going to say, thank you very much for tuning in and enjoying our ramblings. We'll see you on Monday the 20th for the next live stream. And if I get my phone back, there'll be a live stream before that. So, love and light. God bless. Thanks for
God bless
that.
you.
See ya.
Headbutt is communication.
Headbutt is communication.
What does that mean?
X up in the corner.
Right, say goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.